So let's move on to class. So last class we had discussed about what is right, how to create pod and how to create a service object, and also last class we seen, right? So service object is nothing but it is discoverable your application. So for example, if you deploy multiple application in our cluster, so which application you want to access, right? So my application I want to access via browser. So there is a first we need to create the one service object, and also there is a types of service also is there. Type equal to we are giving like cluster IP, node port, and load balancer. So cluster IP means we can access only within the cluster. We cannot access via browser and all. So mostly application means we are going to access via browser only, right? So that case we are using load balancer. But if you configure any self-managed Kubernetes cluster and all, that case mostly we are using node port. But right now we are using EKS, right? So we are using load balancer. So with the help of that type, and next we are using so selector. So labels and selector. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So labels and selector we can find. So which application you want to access, that is nothing but so which container and which application already in metadata file we given, right? So in pod level, so we given one name, labels, name equal to something or app colon something, and same name it should match with the same name it should match with the your service object. And also last class we seen, right? So what is replication controller? So replication controller, what is the main function? It is responsible for managing your pod life cycle. That's it. So managing your pod life cycles. How many pods we want to maintain? So how many pods we want to maintain? Okay. So my cluster is ready, and let me connect my client. So first EK, it is hangout. Let me reconnect it. So my already cluster is running. Now this is my client. In client already right, we have to install so AWS CLI package, and so kubelet, so kubectl, right? Kubectl, and also we need to configure AWS, configure your access key and secret key. So already we configure. Let me check it. Okay. Now, so how to check it? AWS EKS list hyphen clusters. So my cluster is how many clusters is running. I want to check it. Just hyphen cluster. So this is my cluster. Now let me check kubectl get nodes. So now see here unable to connect the server and dial up lookup and all. So we need to configure your. So we need to update your so EKS cluster and all. So what is the command? So cube EKS AWS EKS update hyphen cube config hyphen name, and so we need to give your so cluster name. So first let me get that one. AWS EKS list hyphen clusters. So this is my cluster. Now I want to configure this one. AWS EKS update hyphen cube config hyphen name, and hyphen name. So your cluster name. This is my cluster name. So yesterday I destroyed, right? This is my cluster name. And if you want to, we can give so region also. Hyphen. This is not mandatory. If you want to, we can give so region. So which region? US East to we can give, or else so that's it. So now check it. AWS IKS.
Name spelling
Sorry,
is.
name is typo error, right? NAME. Okay, name. Okay. So now see here updated context. So your so that file is updated. So .cube config file is updated. Now check it. How many worker nodes running? Kubectl get nodes. So now see here, I have two worker nodes. I have two worker nodes. So these are the two worker nodes, and so ls, and go to DevOps directory ls, and so last class we created, right? So cat space replication controller pod data. So already last class we created. So API version. I hope these all are common. So remaining common only. Syntax and all common only. Only I am going to update. So few changes only. I am not going to update entire manifest file. Already you know that syntax and all. This is the API version same. Kind metadata name. So this is your. So this is your replication controller name. And this is the spec. Under the spec, how many replicas? So how many parts? Four parts. Selector, I given some name. This is the template. What is this information? Your pod information. Template, metadata, name. This is your pod name. And this is your label. And this is your container information. These are daily so same I am going to type the same thing only. So don't confuse here. Only we are going to update kind. Mostly we are going to update kind only, and apart from this so daily we are going to change one or two tags only, that's it. So remaining almost 99 90% almost same only, same syntax. So no need to change every object. Okay, so now this is the service object, right? So what is the service object? It is discoverable, you know, right? Suppose if you deployed many applications, which application you want to access? So that case mostly we are using service object. Mostly we are using service object. Service is nothing but making pod discoverable. Which pod you want to discover? Under the pod my container is running. Under the container my application is running, right? So for that, so with the help of labels and selector, see here, here I given some name. Here I given some name. Java web. So here also I given, see, this is the label. In object in this is my replication controller. I given label name Java web. In service object I given selector. This is the labels and selector. So already here somewhere is there. So we'll see that one also. So what is labels and selector means? So with the help of labels and selector, we can connect. Don't know where is that labels and selectors. So LPLS. Now see here. So this is the labels and selectors. So Kubernetes labels and selector means so labels. So when one thing so in Kubernetes need to find another thing in Kubernetes, so we need to select the label. So see here labels are key and value pair attached to your object. Now if we come to here, so this is my label, right? This is my label. I attach it to this object. What is this object? Replication controller. This is my object. So here I added this my label, key and value pair. And same way, so we can make one or apply it, and there is a selector. So labels means we can give like app colon that is role equal to web, environment equal to dev. So like this we can add many labels, whatever you want. So which environment? Right now I am giving directly app, and there is a selector. Selector are used to label key, find the collection of objects matched with the same value. So, so based on this value, it is discoverable. It is discoverable. So which part you want to identify, where it is running and all. Now see here, selectors. So this is the label we are attaching. We are attaching in our so object, that is your manifest file, which object. And if we come to service object, there is a selectors, same when env equal dev app not equal db release which version. So like this with the help of labels and selector we can particularly it is discoverable. Now clear. So already last class we seen what is replication controller and all, and today we'll see what is replica set. So replication controller and replica set both are same only. Both are same only. Both purpose is same only. There is only slight so difference is there. We'll see. Now see here. This is service object and node port and all. This is a replication controller. So replication controller, it is responsible for managing your pod lifecycle. That's it. If pod something, if pod is number, how many number of pods you want to exit? If pod dies or crash or something goes wrong, so automatically who will take care? Replication controller replace it. Immediately it will create one more pod. Immediately it will create one more pod. But this is the equality based. So this is the equality based. Now here see here replicas to and selector I am giving some name, right? But if we come to replica set, both purpose is same only. Even interview also many people asked this question. What is difference between replication controller and replica set? So replication controller and replica set both are responsible for managing your pod life cycle. That's it. Don't confuse here. Both are same purpose only. But compared to replication controller, replica set is the advanced one. This is the latest one. This is the next generation of replication controller. But it is supported set based. Only one thing. So there is extra. We need to add one match labels. Under the match label, there is a match expressions is there. Under match expressions, so here see E equal to environment operator in values where you want to execute. So values means dev. So now same see here. I'm copying same thing only. If we come to here, both are same purpose only. Only one thing is it is this is the set based, that is the equality based. That's it. So no need to worry anything. So the only one thing is this is the here in, right? So here I given operator in and values. We can pass which value, right? In so in Ansible also. So how to declare this? How to add multiple values in the that particular right item. This is that is list item, right? Multiple values. For example, this is a div. I want to test or same way. This is the hyphen and so this is the release or this is the future brand wherever you want. This is a stage. So like this we can add. So only the one thing is the main difference is so replication controller is support equality based QA equality based and replica set is support set based means so we can select, we can verify, so we can so check so in means so now it is checking values so it is running, it is checking multiple values and it is executing all environment, dev environment, testing environment, stage environment, wherever you want we can execute it. That's it. So same if you go to Google, so set based Kubernetes. So if you give selectors and labels, and here also they will cause, see here labels and selector. This is a mandatory, already known, right? So this is the label and this is the selector. Apart from this, so next we need to pass key and values. We can pass key and values. Now see here release, which release stable, release canary, environment dev, QA, production environment, and so partition based on your requirement. We can set it. Now, if we come to here, see here, so this is the labels environment production app equal to Nginx. Here mostly they are given a Nginx app, right? So now see here based set based requirement. Now we can environment in, see here production and QA and tier notion. There is backend and front end. So this is not in. This is the not in. This partition, not partition. So this is based on like this, based on requirement, we can update. So only we have to update. So this match labels app equal to give some name and so match expressions where you want to execute which environment. Where this is based on requirement, we can update. So if you want to environment, which environment we can execute, and so now which is right, so here based on like this so we can set a environment or we can set so not in right now in means we can pass multiple values. So not in means so front end and back end. So not means it won't execute. This is right operators in and in electronics also we can see, right? In and out something and or not targets groups. So same thing only. So this is the set based. Only one thing is set based. Apart from this everything same only, like now see here the only difference replica set and replication controller right now, it is support selector. Replica set supports new set based selector requirements as described in the labels and user guide, where replication control won't be support equality based selector requirement. So replication controller support equality based. Equality means specifically it is running matched with the label only. So now if you want to execute multiple environments, and that case we go for replica set. Replica set is nothing but a selector, right? This is the set based selector. Set based means like this we can set. where you want to execute, which environment, which values, which operator. So we can, based on requirement, we can add it. So apart from this, everything same only. Apart from this, everything same only. Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here? What is difference between replica set and replication controller? Very, very important question. Interview also many people ask this question. So this is also same purpose. What is replica set? So it is responsible for managing your pod life cycle. But replication controller support equality based, replica set support set based selector. Which selector? Set based selector. We can select multiple values. So like this key equal to environment. Which environment? Operator in, values, dev, test, stage, production, wherever you want. So it is also in. So multiple environments it is checking and it is executing. That's it. So, clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here? If it is clear, let's move on to practically. Anyone any doubt here?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Now got it right. So the only one base, this is the equality based, this is the set based. See here, this is the selector support. That is nothing but so equality based. This is the set based selector. Set based selector. Only we need to remember one line, but both are same purpose only. So now let me create a one replica set object. So how to create? Go to Google. So just type. So replica replica set Kubernetes. So this is the official website. What is replica set? See here, replica set purpose is to maintain stable set of replica pods running at any given time. Same purpose only. How many pods you want to maintain? Suppose by mistake my pod is not working, pod is crashed, pod is die. So automatically who will take care? Replica set will take care. Automatically who will take care? Replica set will take care. As such as it is often see same. How replica set work? So replica set defined with the fields including selector that is specified how to identify pod can be acquired. Number of replicas indicate. Now same. Now see here. This is example. Now I'm taking same thing. I don't want so indent if you don't first time, right? So just copy as it is. Now coming to here, so once you got some idea, just type your own. Suppose if first time if you type anything means anyway you are getting many errors. That is indentation problems, some typo errors. We are giving a proper right alignment and all. So that case already for every object will get every syntax and all. And based on that, just update and so just modify and rerun it. Once you got idea, just one you can type it. Okay. So ls cd space dev cd space devs cd space devs ls. Now I'm giving a sudo vi rs replica set pod dot yml. So yaml or yml. So yaml or yml, whatever you want we can give it yml yml. Okay. Now insert, just paste it, that's it. Now this is everything same only, everything same only, just object replica set. Here name equal to we can give any name. This is any name anyway I'm asking. So java web app. Okay, I am giving next label app equal to whatever, which label. So which label you want to give? This is a label, so we can give any label. So java, just I'm giving a web. So tire equal to front end, I don't want this one right now, leave it. So now replicas. So spec replicas selector match label, and so here also I am giving same label. They are giving so Java web. Okay. So name this tier. Now I want to update this one also. Same thing match label app. Okay. Next metadata labels. So here also I am giving app. Okay. So here also I am giving, they are giving front end, I am giving so that's it, nothing. Okay. So Java web. Okay. Next container name they given something, I given Tomcat container. This is my Tomcat, right? So Tomcat container. Okay. And what is my image? They given they selected some. This is the default image. I don't want this image. I want to use my own image. Okay. So this is slash. So mav1. You can also use same web application colon tag one. Next. Mm, next tell me. Next what is missing? So now this is okay. Now so this is image. Next. Now what is next? Two more tag missing, right? Ports. Okay. Hyphen container port. Okay, I am giving 8080. Okay. So now I am ending here. Dot dot dot. I am so okay. Now I'm go to starting. So how it is identifying? This is a YML file. 3 hyphen. That's it. Now I want to write so service file. Again start with service file. So API version. API version remaining same story only. So v1 kind equal to kind which object service service and metadata metadata so name. Okay, so Java web sr src svc service. Okay, next mm, next spec specification. So under specification type. So we can use anywhere, no problem. Load balancer, and what is this? Selector, right? Select selector. Okay. Under selector, next app colon web app. Correct. What is the label name? What is the label name we given? So what is the label name we given? Paddle. Okay. Java web. Same name. Next, anything missing? Java. Java web, right? Not web. So Java web. Java web. This name. Okay. Next tag. What is this here? Port and hyphen target port. Target. Target. PO. PO. PORT port 80 under so hyphen. This is indentation problem. Review this one. Okay. Now remove this. Next, target port. Target port. Target port is same. This port should match with the container port, and this is not 9080. Correct? 80. Okay. So anything missing?
What spelling mistake?
Port. Which line?
Above
This
80.
this one correct. PORTS correct. Okay. So indentation. How this is ports. This is not mandatory. Port to target port. Okay. Directly we can give so target port also. So ports correct. Ports FORTS ports. Okay. Port equal to 80 and target port. So target port. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Can I use like this? Okay, we'll see if anything missing. Now clear. Anyone any doubt here? This is same only. So just indentation is mandatory. Otherwise it won't work. Anyway, we'll see. Is there any errors? So based on this, we'll identify. Now how to run this metadata file? How to execute it? So kubectl apply -f What is the name? RS replica set. Okay. That is line error validating. Which line? Unknown field container port. Unknown field container port. Okay. So cat paste or already yesterday we have, right? So what is that? RSRC port, right? Same thing. Mm. Ports, 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 target port. Selector, same one, right? Containers. What is this error? Check it. Missing required field. Container port. Containers hyphen name equal to container name image ports. Okay. Indentation. Okay. So now cube errors RS. Now containers ports. What is this? Spec template containers hyphen name tomcat hyphen containers image. Okay. Ports.
Sir, container spelling mistake is there. See, container.
Yes,
TA.
correct. Correct. Yes. Insert container. CON TAINER. Correct. That's it. Anything missing? So containers name image ports. Okay. Service. Now ports hyphen port. Okay. Now we can use target port. So ports, right? Ports, port number, target port. This is a container port. Okay. Escape colon X. So escape and before that, so I need to add what is how many replicas? Two, right? So that's it. Here replicas equal to how many replicas you want. So same story only. For example, I want 4 replicas. I need insert. Where is the cursor? Replicas. I'm going to create 4 escape colon x save and exit. Same yesterday, same manifest file only. Just we are updating. That's it. So apply f1 rs pod.yml. So now see here. So your pod is created and also your service object also created. So how to check all objects? What is the command? kubectl get all. So kubectl get all. Now you can see how many pods are running. Now see here Java web app. My pod name I given, right? Same we can check it cat space rs hyphen tab. So now see here what is this? This is my replica set name. So now you can see this is the replica set Java web app. So Java web app replica set and so your pod name, which name I given? Same name based on this. So here I given this is my pod. Okay, replica set label name and same. This is service object Java web hyphen svc. So same. So 4 pods are running. So pod Java web app and so this is our service object. This is our service object. This is our service object and so where is replica set? Now see here. This is a replica set Java web app. So replica set Java web app desired. How many pods you want? 4. Current how many? And ready also 4. Ready also 4. Remaining story same only. Now how to check? So now load balancer, right? Copy this external IP load balancer URL. So copy this one and so go to browser and just paste it. That's it. So it will take 1 or 2 minutes. It will take 1 or 2 minutes. Just wait. Now see here. Now my Tomcat server is running and so what is my so Maven web hyphen so application Maven so my Maven hyphen web hyphen application. Now you can see same story. Now how many here I am maintaining? 4 replicas. How many I am maintaining? 4. Suppose if you want to, we can decrease, or if you want to, we can scale up and you can scale down also. If you want to, we can scale up, and if you want to, we can scale down. See here, kubectl scale replica set. Directly, if you want to directly, so metadata file also we can update. If you modify anything in metadata file, again we need to rerun it. So directly we can execute this command also. So now see 4, right? So let me update. So what is the command? So kubectl scale rs, same command. See, kubectl scale. This is a replica set. Your name. What is that? Your name we given. So what is my name? That name I given. What is that name? Java web app. Now I'm giving now I'm giving a two. Now I'm giving two only. Hyphen replicas. Hyphen replicas. Two. Now check it. kubectl earlier 4, right? Now check it how many parts are running. Kubectl get all. Kubectl get rs also replica set. Now earlier it is showing 4, right? Now we can see 2 only. Whenever if we need, directly we can update here also. So this is the kubectl scale replica set, and so name and hyphen replicas. For example, now I want to update 6. Now see here. Now updated 6 scaled, right? Now see here, scaled. It is scaled. Now check it. kubectl get rs. kubectl get rs. Now desired. Now if you want to check parts, now check it how many parts running. Cube kubectl get parts. Now we can see 6 parts. Now we can see 6 parts. Now I don't want this many parts. So now I don't want this many space. Just I'm scale down. kubectl scale rs your object name hyphen replicas. I want only two. That's it. Now check it. kubectl get parts. Now we can see only 2 parts. So both are same story only. Both are same story only. So if you want to, we can scale up, or if you don't want, we can scale down also. Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here?
Yeah,
Now
clear, sir.
got it. Okay. Now remaining command same only. If you want to know more about your so replicate set objects and all, same kubectl describe, kubectl describe, and rs your so Java web app. Now if you want to know, we can know more about. So what is happening? See here, name and the namespace default where it is created here. Now I want to, now let me delete all. I am going to create DevOps namespace. Now here see, we can see default namespace. I don't want here. I want to execute namespaces, right? So first let me delete all. How to delete all resources? So kubectl delete all hyphen all. Now I deleted all. Now it is deleting a replica set, that is replica set also. I'm going to delete all. Okay. Now yesterday I created one namespace. Now I want to create my all resources in particular namespace. In real time we are creating like this only. Okay. So yesterday I created one namespace, right? DevOps namespace. Now if you are not mentioning any namespace, so all Kubernetes resources created which namespace? Which namespace? If you are not mentioning any namespace name, where it is creating
Day.
under which default, correct? I don't want default. Now I want to see cube kubectl get all. I don't have anything, already I deleted. Now check it, kubectl get. What is the ns? Ns is nothing but namespaces. So yesterday I created that is deleted, right? Let me create. How to create namespace? So kubectl create namespace, and so namespace name devapps. Okay. So kubectl create, or simply we can give ns also. Simply if you don't want this much ns. Okay, devapps. So namespace was created. Now check it, kubectl get ns. These are all namespaces. Now devapps. So I want to check under the devapps, do we have any resource Kubernetes resources? So kubectl get parts hyphen n devapps. So I don't have anything. Now already just now I created one file. I have manifest file, right? I want to create under my DevOps namespace. Now you can see no resource found in the namespace. Now let me execute kubectl apply hyphen f rs replica set. So hyphen n. Which namespace you want to create these all resources? Which namespace? By default by default these all resources creating under default namespace. I don't want default. Where I want to create? Which namespace? DevOps. Now got it? Clear, guys? If you are not mentioning hyphen m DevOps means by default all your so that replica set all your parts everything under default namespace only. Now I want to create so DevOps namespace. Now check it. Kubectl get parts. I am not mentioning anything. So this is the default namespace. Do we have anything here? No. Kubectl get parts means I don't have anything default namespace. Where is your resources? R resources under the which namespace?
Under default only.
DevOps. No, no. Actually, all I created which namespace? DevOps
Yeah,
namespace.
yes,
Now
yes.
we need to check it. Kubectl. Don't confuse here. Kubectl get parts hyphen n. My namespace name DevOps. Now you can see. Now got it.
Yes, yes, sir.
But real time we are following this. This is the this way. Okay. So in real time, multiple projects we are going to deploy, and so multiple namespaces so created, and so I want. So if you want to deploy your applications, if you want to deploy your manifest files, all parts and all particular namespace, so every time you need to mention your namespace name hyphen n your namespace where you want to deploy. That's it. Okay. Now if you want to delete so same remaining same story only. So keep ctl delete all under so we can if you give all means it will delete all resources. Anyone any doubt here as of now? Clear, guys?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Now there is one more object. This is very important. Deployment object. So as of now I created pod. How many ways I created pod? Tell me as for your knowledge. So as of now we created three ways, right? Pods can be created via pod object, correct? Next RC replication controller. Now
Replica
replica
set.
set. But which is the best practice? Which is the main who will take care of pod creation and all? So there is one of the topmost object is that deployment object. So mostly pods and all we are creating with the help of deployment only. With the help of deployment only. So see here in Kubernetes, this is also an object. So same story, same configuration, same syntax only. Just instead of kind RSRC, instead of we are going to give deployment. That's it. So no need to do anything. Now clear? So now see here, Kubernetes deployment is the recommended way to deploy your pods. If you want to create any pod object, so if you want to create any pod object, so which is the best recommended object? Deployment object. We can create via pod also we can create via replication controller also we can create replica set also we can create. But which is the best practice, best way to create your pods and all? Deployment object. Which object? Deployment object. So now see here, reply because of there is a many features available here. This is also same story. So what is the main thing? It is managing your pod life cycle. It is maintaining your pod life cycle. It is also maintaining your pod life cycle. Here we are going to mention how many replicas, how many pods you want. Three. And see here there is many features available. What are those features? Deploy, deploy a replica set, deploy replica set, and also update pods. If you want to, we can easily update. The main thing is roll back to older deployment versions. So this feature not available in replica set and replication controller. Suppose I deployed one version. Today I deployed, for example, I deployed one image. So right. So I given right. This is my image. So this is my image. One web hyphen so application. This is my web hyphen application. So this week I deployed this version, and next week I am going to deploy same image but version 2 application 2 next release. I deployed, but unfortunately this version 2 is not working properly. So there is some issue, there is some problem here. So this version everything working fine. Here also I checked, right? So this is working fine. No, there is no issues. So now I deleted, right? So again it will take care. Okay. Now this version is working fine. Next week I deployed this version, this tag. Now this is not working properly. So how can I manage? How can I manage? How can I take care it? So there is a one feature of is there. This is roll back to older version. If you suppose this latest version is not working, so immediately we can roll back. Right? Roll back means one step back, older version. If you want to, we can roll back to older version. Now see here, we can roll back to older version. And also we can easily scale up and scale down as just now we seen, right? So just now we see that how to update same story. So we are using, right? So keep ctl scale rs same, right? Rs and name, object name. Okay. Object name. Next, space hyphen replicas. How many replicas? Number of parts. That is a count. Right? So if you give 4 like this. So like this, if you want to, we can scale up and scale down. Whenever if you want, we can scale up, we can scale down. Now also see, use the status of deployment to determine the state of replicas. What is the problem? We can check that state also. And also clean up older replica set that you don't need to anymore. Suppose you don't want to use, so there is a I'm not going to use no longer. So those and all, if you want to, we can clean up also. So there is these are the some of the extra features available in deployment object. So all are same only, purpose is same only, but which is the best one? So create your parts and all. Now if compare it to this, which is the best one? Deployment object is the best one. Now got it? Clear, guys? So this is the best practice to create your parts and all deployment object. So deployment object. So what are the features? So these are the features. So we can update parts and we can easily roll back it, and also scale up, scale down, and also we can pass and unpass, resume the deployment. Right? A Docker container, we are pass and pass. So we created one Docker container. So we don't want means we can pass unpass. There is two keywords is there, right? So Docker commands, Docker pass container ID, Docker unpass container ID. So the particular period of time we can I don't want to execute. Pass means just wait. I don't want to run. That's it. And also we can easily scale up and scale down. And also we can check the status also. And also we can clean the unused anymore, no longer used RS and all. So those and all we can clean it. So those and all we can clean it. Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here? So what is deployment object and what are the features? In interview also many people asked this. So what is difference between replication controller, replica set and deployment object? I hope now got it right. So anyone any doubt still here? So what is replication controller? What is replica set? What is deployment object? So compare to these two. So there is a powerful, which is a powerful one? Deployment object. There is many features available. We can easily scale up and we can easily scale down. We can roll back. If something goes wrong, we can roll back it. And also we can pass, we can unpass, and also we can check the status of your deployment. And also we can clean up unused, no longer used replica set objects and all. So those and all we can also delete, and also we can update the template. So that is So these are the some of the, and also we can scale up, scale down, we can remove. So there is a, these are the features. These are the features. Anyone, any doubt here?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay, this is same only. Now C syntax and all same only, API version. Now if we come to here, so what is deployment object? If you come to Kubernetes deployment object, Kubernetes. So now here also we can know more on. If you want to know more on this, now see here, deployment provided declarative updates for pods for and replica set. You describe a desired state in deployment, and deployment controller changes the actual state and what is the desired state, how it will work, and what are the use cases. Now see here, create a deployment to roll out replica set and declare new state of the pods, and also we can easily roll back it earlier version, and also we can easily scale up and scale down, and also if you want to we can pass and unpass also, and also we can state of the deployment, and also as of now we discussed, right, same story here, and clean up older version of the replica sets and all, clean up older version of the replica sets and all. Now how to create deployment object? So this is very simple only. See here, only kind equal to deployment, and also a version it will change it app slash v1, and metadata we can pass any name, and labels we can give some name, and replicas how many parts you want? Three, and remaining option same only, selector match labels and template. See here, now anything any new keywords here, only we have to update API version and kind. Remaining as it is, we can use a replica set. That's it. So these all are, if you Google it, we can easily find all these things. And so now, suppose if anyone know how to use IDs. So right now we have Visual Studio ID, Visual Studio Code and all. So if you go to here, if you go to here, if you go to here, this is IDE. This is ID. So actually developers mostly use this ID, Eclipse and Visual Studio. .NET people mostly use this ID. And if you want to, we can use. And this is a free tail only. Just we can use it. So once that is setup is done, and go to first we need to integrate the first we need to add extension. That is the Kubernetes extension. There is one. There is extensions is there. If you go to extensions, or if you go to settings also. If you go to settings also, if you go to settings also, we can add extensions. If you click on extensions, first time you need to add this, you need to install the extension, search extension name, just search Kubernetes. If you want to work with Docker, Kubernetes, right? So Kubernetes, so already, so we need to install the Kubernetes and all. I think it is already installed. Also Docker also, whatever you want we can install Docker. So search Docker, and so expand it if you want to know. So Docker, these are the different extensions. So Docker Compose, Docker, it is already installed, I hope. Now if you want to install anything, any other things, now see here Docker Run, or I want to install Docker Compose. See here, just click on this is the extension, guys. That's it. No need to do anything. So automatically it will add this extension and all. Once that is done, so Kubernetes also I installed already. So just search it Kubernetes. If you need, now already this is installed. First one, this is already installed. Now we can't see installed button. See this and all we can see install. But this for this extension, it is not display install, right? What is this meaning? Already it is installed. So once the installation is done, that's it. Very simple only. Only 1 minute. Go to file, create any new file, create any new file. For example, deployment dot yaml, yaml or yml, enter, and so go to save somewhere desktop, and I'm saving a new, that's it. Okay, so I created save. Okay, now how to escape it, this, now coming to here. Okay, leave it here. I can say that's it. Where is that one? File open. open file, deployment object. Now here just type capital D deployment. See here, automatically it will populate Kubernetes deployments. Kubernetes deployment. For example, pod I want. Type capital P, POD, pod. See here, Kubernetes pod. So everything will get it. But once if you get some idea, we can use ID. But initial, don't use IDs and all. Everything it is generated. What we are going to do? We are not going to do anything. We are not going to type anything, right? So just I am showing. So first time, right? So just give that and all. So for example, replication, see, replication controller. See here R. Just if I type R, replication controller, automatically will generate entire script. You don't worry. Just copy and paste it. Once if you get some idea, then only you need to use IDs. But initial don't use IDs and all. For best practice and all, so initial we need to type manually. We'll get more. We can remember long time. Okay. Now deployment, right? So now if I use deployment, now see here API version and kind equal to deployment and metadata. This is your deployment name and selector match labels. We can give any name and this is your template pod name. I given some name and this is the container section. Same. Now you can understand, right? Leave this one. This is the extra tag. I will explain later. Resources. How much memory you want to require use. That and all we need to set under the resource tag only. And ports. Now see here container name, image we need to update and a ports and what is the container port. So very simple. So what are the new tags here? Only nothing. Only we need to give a deployment object and we need to update this version and also we need to add match labels. Only we need to use selector match labels and so replicas, right? So here we need to add replicas. How many replicas you want? So how many count, right? So that is what is this? Replicas. How many count you want? So that's it. So now it is maintaining how many parts it is maintaining? 4 parts. Now see if you place it as a number of desired parts, how many parts you want? What is this? Match label. Match label is the map of key and value pairs. A single key is the match labels. Map is equivalent to an element of the match expressions. Already you know, right? Set based. So that is and it is checking. What is this container? Now see here, this is container list of containers belongs to this pod. Now this is what is this image? This is the Docker image. Now see here, everything I can know here also. What is metadata? Metadata is nothing but object metadata is that is persisted resources must have which is one, it is giving one name create. So what is kind deployment? Deployment enables declarative updates for pods and replica sets. Which versions you are using? API version defines version and schema of your representation of an object. So everything they will give a help also. But initially I am not. We are also no need to use this one. But initially just Google it and copy and paste it. Or if you have so minimum idea, just type each and every line. That's it. Okay, so this is the very important. So this is the for creating pod and all. Mostly we are going to use which pod, which object? Deployment object. We can use anyone, guys. We can use pod or we can use so RC or we can use replication controller or we can use the replica set or now which is the main one, which is the top powerful object? Deployment object. This is also same like replication controller and replica set. What are the extra features? So these are the extra features. So next class I will show you so how to play with so deployment object and what are the advantages and how to create deployment object and how to check that versions and all, how to deploy older versions. So this and all will check it. Clear? Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt as of now?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay. So next class I will show you and how to roll back, how to check this update. This what as of now we discussed that some of features, right? So that features and all practically we'll see next class. Okay. So that's it from my side. And so if you have any doubt,